So when we left for the Christmas holidays, we decided that we were going to focus on getting this channel ready for CES. And as such, we weren't going to focus on any breaking news stories between Christmas and New Year. In fact, we had planned for this week to essentially be clip shows. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing a video about how the channel itself has grown in the last 12 months and some of the cool things we've got to do that we haven't done before. Then on Saturday, we were going to do a TEN clip show showing you some of our favourite videos from the past year, some of our favourite news stories from the past year. And then on Monday next week, on New Year's Eve, we were going to do a blooper show, all of the outtakes and times that we screw up when we're recording in front of a camera. But a news story has come to my attention in the last couple of days that I think probably does need some discussion. And it's one about pickup truck drivers in North Carolina blocking access to a Tesla Supercharger, parking their large pickup trucks in front of Tesla Supercharger stalls and therefore making it difficult for anybody who wants to charge a Tesla to actually charge their car. Now, in this particular instance, the truck owners were moved on by employees of the store that was attached to the supercharger, or rather the store that the supercharger was located at. And so everything seems to have gone fairly smoothly in that regard, and the truck drivers were moved on. But it does risk becoming a phenomenon, and it's something that I've seen before. People in generally large pickup trucks and SUVs parking in front of electric car charging stations and then either not wanting to move or when being asked to move, becoming very aggressive about it. It seems to be tied in with people who coal roll. Now, if you don't know what coal rolling is, in order to coal roll, you need to have a pickup truck that's diesel and you have to fit a special circuit that essentially causes the truck to burn more oil than it should, which causes clouds of black smoke to come out the back of the vehicle. Not only does this cheat emissions and result in a vehicle that is nowhere near compliant with any kind of emissions regulations, but it also causes these clouds of black smoke to come out the back, and it can blind other drivers. It can make it very difficult to see through the cloud of black smoke, which could lead to an accident. I have personally been coal rolled multiple times here in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, Portland, Oregon, believe it or not. I have been coal rolled several times in both our family Nissan Leaf and our family Chevrolet Bolt EV. But in other parts of the world, coal rolling seems to be even more of a problem than it is here in the Pacific Northwest. And for a while, coal rolling was considered a prank by many who drove pickup trucks who fitted these circuits to allow their trucks to suddenly emit clouds of black smoke. And if you are an electric car driver or you are a hybrid driver or plug-in hybrid driver, it can be really intimidating when this happens to you. It can also be really intimidating if you are at a charging station and there's somebody in a big, large pickup truck with, I hate to be stereotypical, but generally large American flags or, other paraphernalia on the truck that would suggest that they may not be open to your request to move their truck out of the way. I should at this point note that it's not one particular political group of people. I have met people who have pickup trucks who are wonderful people. I know people with lifted pickup trucks who are wonderful people. So it's not like everyone who has a lifted pickup truck or everyone who flies a flag off the back of their pickup truck. It's kind of like a subset. It's a bit like saying all Republicans are racist, which is not true. And the same is true for pickup drivers. Not all pickup drivers are these troublemakers who are out to pick a fight. But it seems that there are now groups of pickup truck owners who are trying to pick fights with electric car owners or to make it super difficult for you to charge your car or make your way wherever you're going. And so, as somebody who has had their car nearly run off the road by someone in a vehicle fitting that description, I figured it would maybe be a sensible time to discuss some things that you can do as owners and things that you shouldn't do if you find yourself in a situation like this. First of all, the first thing to do is not to react. If someone's being provocative to you, getting up in their grill and getting angry with them is not going to resolve the situation. Stay calm, stay safe. Don't do anything that would cause you to come to harm or somebody else to come to harm. There's no point trying to chase somebody up the freeway who's coal rolled you, or trying to be, confrontational with someone who's parked in your space. Sure, you can go up and say, hey, would you mind moving your vehicle? That's okay, because I need to get there. And if they say no, or they tell you to F off, which is what apparently happened in this instance, then at that point you need to retreat and you need to call for help. You need to call either the security service that's attached to the facility you're at, or call the local police, because at that point it becomes a matter of civil aggression rather than anything else. Now, in certain states, like Oregon, for example, it is actually illegal for someone to park in front of an electric car charging station if they're not actively using it to charge. The same is true in California. Even if it's an EV, the EV has to be plugged in and actively charging, I believe. Either has to be plugged in or actively charging, or just plugged in. But the point is the same. You don't go out to be aggressive to the person who is causing you the problem. And if you are aggressive towards that person, it's either what they wanted in the first place, which means it then gives them an excuse to react back to you in an even more aggressive way or tone. But it also then effectively eggs them on to do it again. If you take appropriate measures and you ask for help from the appropriate person, then hopefully we can minimize the effects of this. Now, the other thing I would say is not to be passive aggressive about it. Scribbling little notes and putting them on the windshield may not be the best thing to do in this situation. What I tend to do is, if I'm at a mall and there's somebody actively parked in front of a space that I know should not be there, I just make sure that mall security know, or I make sure that the shop people know. And very often, if there is a legal reason why that person shouldn't be parked there, I will actually say something along the lines of, there's a car parked in front of the electric car charging stations. That is technically against the law in the state of Oregon. They could get a ticket. I don't want them to get a ticket, which is true. I don't want someone to get a ticket. And sometimes people genuinely park in those spaces without bothering to see the signs, without bothering to read it. And I just feel that non-confrontational way of dealing with aggressors like that probably results in a much calmer resolution for everyone else. So if in doubt, don't engage, look for help, and let's try and be better than the people seeking to cause problems in the first place. I hope that you have a really great new year. I know I've said this to you several times in the last couple of days. I hope that you look forward to the Transport Evolved What We've Done This Year video, which is coming tomorrow, and the clip show, and then the blooper reel. And then before you know it, we'll be in Las Vegas for CES. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bar below me. If you want to support us, you can do that. There are plenty of links below. We also now have a Ko-Fi. There is a link as well in the description there if you want to support us by buying us a drink or something when we're on our CES road trip. And don't forget to tune in for the CES coverage. We've got so much ready for you. So thanks for watching. Until next time, keep evolving.